Alright guys, so we're going to be going through every single leak for Call of Duty Warzone Modern Warfare's Battle Royale so far. It's on Reddit. It compiles pretty much every single thing we have seen leaked regarding this game mode here. So huge, easy to read compilation of leaked and data mined Warzone information. Let's just get straight into this here. This is probably going to be a pretty long video, and I'll go into separate videos if I really feel a certain part of Warzone needs to be talked about more, and if there's more information outside of this post, although that shouldn't be the case because this post really has everything. So let's start off with the kill streaks. Here we have the cluster strike, precision airstrike, UAV, and shield turret. Again, these are the leaks that we have seen so far. So as I go through each specific section here, this is not the final count, so there might be more than 5 kill streaks available within Battle Royale, but as of now, at least from what we've seen from the training area of Battle Royale that was leaked and glitched within the game, and also from the code. Let's talk about the ping system in the game. You can mark traps such as claymores, C4s, different mines as well, and it's very similar to Apex for the most part, but not as fluid. So Apex, they do a lot of stuff well. Apex is just such a smooth Battle Royale. I mean, in my opinion, one of the smoothest Battle Royales, at least in the UI and how you actually open up crates and get loot and obviously ping. They're really good at that. But when I played the training area of Modern Warfare's Battle Royale Warzone, I did the ping system and it was pretty good. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but it works. It does its job. And just to go through some lines of code here, you have ping icon waypoint, ping icon danger base, enemy spot, vehicle wheel, caution, loot base. Now let's go through the loot rarities within the game. So we have white, which is common, green, which is uncommon, blue, which is rare, purple, epic, orange, legendary. Then we have red, which is custom, not used in loot. It's used for different drops. And then gold, which is unknown, possibly for airdrop items and other specialty items within the game. So pretty standard rarity list there. They're not really mixing things up. I think people are used to these colors being in this order, so to switch it up would be, I think, a bit annoying to a lot of people. So the rules of Warzone, we have the green gas seen in the trailer actually is radioactive ash and not gas. When you're downed and you have a pistol, you will go into last stand. Upon killing an enemy in last stand, you will be instantly revived, and there's custom gas and circle sizes and damage options for game modes or custom games possibly. So again, this stuff within the code has it, so it changes the gas sizes, the circle sizes, and other damage options, meaning that either they're planning on doing their own specialty game modes, which is probably, you know, very possible, but also a custom games option where you can change all of these different metrics and then you can have your own games. Now, I don't know how you would actually get 200 players within a Battle Royale mode. Maybe if you're a YouTuber, or maybe if it's a thing where you make your own game mode and then they post it to the public playlist where they have the community made playlists on the actual main game where everyone could try them out. That would be pretty cool as well, but we'll have to see how that works. Now let's go through solos, duos, trios, squads are all confirmed. When I went into the training zone of Warzone, the glitch within Modern Warfare right now, it did give me the trios option. So we know solos, duos, and squads is a guarantee, and trios was being leaked there as well. So all 4 of these are going to be options. So that's pretty cool to see. Now base HP, armor, and starting weapons. So the base health is 150 with 150 armor, 3 tiers of armor, and this includes helmets and armor. So like I talked about before, when we were going through the items that were leaked in the training zone, we didn't see 3 tiers of anything, and obviously this is confirming here from prior leaks as well. The leaks about Battle Royale from a couple months ago went through the 3 tiers of armor, helmets, and all of this different stuff. So it's confirming again that this is what we're going to be seeing within this game. So the start of game mechanics and the end of game extraction info. So here's some real gameplay details as to how this Battle Royale actually works. So there's a Jumpmaster in the code. Expect this to be similar to Apex. So the Jumpmaster again is the one player that's randomly picked on the team that guides the team to a certain location, and you could also, you know, actually split from that main guy and then go to your own place as well. But the Jumpmaster, I think in most cases is pretty helpful to see. Seems to be multiple different ways to both enter and exit a match. Below you can see that there's an AC-130 entrance, a convoy entrance, and a helicopter entrance that can all be turned off or on pre-match, and that would be a custom games option, obviously, because you're not turning it off and on a normal game of Battle Royale. On a normal game of Battle Royale, you jump in and it's going to bring you on a different entrance every single time. So it's not just going to be the one helicopter that you see in PUBG or the one battle bus that you always see in Fortnite. It's going to have these different entrances, which is very cool. Starting weapons are the G21 pistol, the MP5, the M4A1, the knife, or a starting weapon you get to choose, not sure. So these are just people trying to go through the lines of code, so you have to keep in mind they're just trying to decipher what this stuff means. This could mean different stuff. I mean, again, like an MP5 and an M4A1 being a starting weapon, that's probably not likely. So there might be some other situation where you're getting the MP5 or the M4A1 for a beginning of the match game. I mean, who knows how that's going to work, but there's a lot of lines of code here. I'll leave the link down below for you guys to go through, but those are the different options. Maybe that relates more towards a custom games lobby than a normal lobby of Warzone. So extracting, which is leaving the game. Use a flare to call for a helo extract. Mobile plunder extraction device is also mentioned. Sounds like a one-use ATM for your team, and there's a bunch of lines of code as well. Mentions Plunger Leader, so that may be announced throughout the game, such as top kills in Apex. So the Plunger Leader would be the guy in the lobby that has the most plunder. You get plunder from looting, completing challenges, getting kills, doing everything. So maybe the Plunger Leader will have an extra multiplier. As they get more kills, they get more plunder. Maybe you actually can kill the Plunger Leader and get more points and plunder as well. So we'll see how that works. The ATM is where you will bank your plunder, located variously throughout the map. Also has a plunder_gone command that seems to mean your bounty or current target left before you could get to them. Not sure on this one either. So plunder gone is a very interesting one. Does it mean you're losing all of your plunder? Does it mean you bet your plunder in the 1v1 Gulag and then you lose and then you lose all of your plunder? I mean, who knows how that's going to work here. So if you guys, again, don't know what the Gulag is, this is the next one here. Gulag death mechanics. So betting on Gulag's 1v1s is real. There is a queue on your HUD that shows when your 1v1 is in relation to other inmates. There also appears to be a jailbreak timer along with 2 different ways to escape the Gulag. The code mentions Valkyrie, meet the informant, check in your weapons, find, escort, scout, defend, Little Bird, escape, alt as objectives within the Gulag. And there also seems to be an NPC named Valkyrie in it. So very interesting there on how that works. I mean, it seems like when you die and you go to the Gulag, there's a lot of different stuff, not just the 1v1s, but different objectives that you have. So you're not just spectating your teammates or other players in the game. There's still a lot of stuff to do when you actually die and you go to the Gulag in Warzone Battle Royale. So we also have the respawn mechanics. Seems you'll have to take a teammate's body to a nearby ambulance to be able to revive them or send them to the Gulag. A defibrillator is mentioned along with the respawning. Not sure how that will be used in relation to the Gulag and the ambulance yet. So that's also interesting as well. So you could technically bring your teammate to an ambulance and then respawn, but does that bypass the 1v1 Gulag? Does that mean you're not going to the 1v1 area? I mean, there's a lot of different stuff we need to figure out here on how that's going to work, if it overlaps, if it's one or the other. So, again, we'll just have to see. There's also respawn and self-revive tokens, and they're saying here, let's all hope neither are paid content, which is obvious. So some perks here. Certain perks don't have effects in the game and a not sharing source. So tune up, Pointman, Hardline, and Kill Chain. So those are the perks that you cannot use, and then pretty much every other perk within multiplayer you can use within Warzone. And there's also some other things, different types of classes. It seems like Gorilla, Huntmaster, Warhead, and Heavy Metal. And there's no descriptions there, so we don't really know, but it's gonna be cool to see what those actually are. Now let's go through a bunch of the other perk descriptions. So what these perks actually do in relation to Warzone here. I'm gonna try to read the ones that are more relevant to Warzone, so we'll go a bit fast here. So enemies you kill always drop some ammunition. Enemies you kill will drop some armor plates. You use armor plates 20% faster, and then supply 10% more armor. Weapons you pick up have a chance of automatically upgrading. If you kill someone with more perks on you, you gain enough points to match them, and then you can replace this perk. Any usable equipment you pick up has an extra use. You have an explosive resistance. You can also capture enemy claymores and mines. You are invisible to drones and sensors. Any throwable equipment you pick up has an extra use. Your medic items continue to heal for an additional 25% of their value over the next 20 seconds. Grants vision when an enemy looks at you from outside of your field of view. Enemies you kill always drop some medic items. Enemies you kill always drop some plunder. Reload your weapons 50% faster than normal. Your footsteps are invisible and enemies are not warned when you track them. Enemy equipment within a small radius is visible and highlighted to you even through walls. Faster movement while aiming down sight. When you harvest, you generate 20% more plunder. Enemies leave footprints as they move, and increased crouch movement speed. Increased bullet damage to the chest and abdomen. So those are all the perk descriptions here, and again, it may not be everything. For this video, I'm gonna leave it there, and then we're probably gonna go through the actual map, the locations, and we'll talk about what the map is actually gonna be like, because there definitely could be a lot of stuff we can talk about for the map, and then a bunch of other stuff, maybe some of the weapons, and that's pretty much it here. But those are the bulk of like the actual gameplay leaks, the gameplay features, and how it really works. So it's gonna be cool to see if we get more information. I'll definitely update you guys and tell you guys all about it, and that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below Warzone if you watched the whole video. It's greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys later.